a sense.
Very nice.
And I have brought on Stephanie. I've known Stephanie for a while. We went to high school together, Leesburg High School.
Oh yeah.
So she's a great friend of mine, and I wanted to invite her to my channel and give her an opportunity to explain what she does to keep a dollar in her pocket. So like I use my channel to talk about, avoiding credit card fees. I use my channel to talk about doing a lot of buy one, get one frees when you're going shopping. Um, Please tell me, what do you do to keep a dollar in your pocket?
Everything I can. So many things. Definitely using your high cashback credit cards. That's amazing. Um, for saving, just being a little bit more conscious about your financial health. I would definitely recommend going with a high yield savings account. You're going to get more bang for your buck that way. Definitely do that. I have a couple of those. Um,
Who do
but as far
you
as every day, I've got I shop. I believe in shopping, reading reviews. I definitely don't just buy the first thing that comes up. And there's several different techniques I'll use
who do
every day.
who do you use to invest with your high yield savings account? Because I've heard a lot of good news about that too.
Got you. Right now I'm with Wealthfront. SoFi also has a great one. I might be opening one with SoFi as well. And also, they do the Roth IRAs, which I happen to love as far as if you're to the point where you can invest a little bit and you have, plenty of room to customize that to your needs. You can actually pick your stocks and, different mutual funds you might want to invest in. So it's nice to have that control with those.
Well, that's awesome. I've heard actually a lot of good news about high yield savings accounts, and but there's so many different banks that offer different percentages.
Right.
I think a lot of them try to offer like 3%, 4% back, which is
Right.
a pretty good return. There was one bank that I started investing with that they used to call themselves Laurel Road, and I think they switched into something called like Key Bank or something like that. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but I'm definitely on board when it comes to high yield savings accounts because you do get money back for that. What else do you do? Please go on.
Well, gas is really expensive these days. And so, any way I can save on gas, I'm going to do that. Practical tips: make sure your tire pressure is where it needs to be for your vehicle, keep your oil changed, um, all your basic maintenance stuff that's going to help you go farther. I live out in the country, and I work in town, so I'm commuting close to an hour a day, back and forth to work. So I definitely try to save on gas as much as possible. I use a couple apps. I like to use Upside. It's a great one. I believe I sent you a link on that one. And so that one's going to allow you to get cash back at certain gas stations. And what I like to do is actually, I have OnePay as well. It's a Walmart based bank, and they do credit cards. And if you actually have a Walmart Plus membership, they'll give you 5% back on their credit card if you qualify for that.
What a
So,
deal.
yes. And then they have different programs like for gas, like to go to your Murphy gas stations, which are your Walmart based typically. And I think right now they're running special on 36 cents back. And if you're a Walmart Plus member, you can actually add 10 cents back to that as well. So it can help save a little bit on your gas for sure.
I actually use Upside myself, and I think it's one of the best apps out there.
I love it.
I know that they're very picky with the
Mhm.
types of businesses that they're doing business with. But
Right.
one of the gas stations I love to go to is Shell, or occasionally we got a 7-Eleven, which is right near my side of town.
Right.
But one of my videos, I don't know if you had ever had a chance to look at it. I found this amazing deal on 7-Eleven, and all of these codes, there were like four of them all together, and it added up to almost like $1.50 off of gas.
That's
But
amazing.
but the deal only lasted like through the end of July, so it's already gone, and
Right.
I think you can only use it like maybe once or twice or something like that. But the minute I heard about that, whenever you have a chance, take a look at my videos and you'll see all the
For
codes
sure.
that I was sharing, and I had to tell everybody. I was like, this is the moment. I got to tell
Right.
everybody that you need to save your gas. I mean, if you can knock off $1.50 off of gas right now, that would be a hell of a deal right now.
Yeah, that's
So,
amazing. Like, like where I'm at, I'm in North Louisiana, so unfortunately I don't have access to a bunch of 7-Elevens, but through my Upside Out, through OnePay, because right now on Wednesdays they're running a special of $1 off of gas plus whatever promotion they're doing. That's through September 15th. So if you've got Walmarts nearby, it may definitely be worth it. So that special might be running out, but this is one you might could possibly do and still save a good chunk on gas because up here it's up to about 3.50 a gallon. I'm sure it's more there in Florida. Everything seems to be more expensive down there. So
I just got a new subscriber, so I want to thank the new subscriber
awesome.
from for joining, and that's amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. My numbers are going up because of this, so I definitely got to keep this going. Um, somebody wrote this. Okay. If you have any questions, subscribers, you're welcome to put questions on there. I don't know how to respond to the word this, except yes, this is what we're doing right now.
Right. Yeah.
So,
So
uh,
this is like that's gonna be just for that lingo, it's gonna be like being in agreement. Like this is what we need right now. So that's great. Thank you so much for that comment. That's
yeah,
wonderful.
definitely, definitely. Um, I don't know if you get involved with investing. Have you ever invested? Yes. Tell me a little bit about what you do with investing and who do you invest with and what encourages you to invest with that particular company.
Gotcha. So I've kind of just dipped my toe off in the water with that. I'm not like a day trader or anything like that, but I do have a Roth IRA that I kind of manage my percentages in certain mutual funds and bonds and global stocks, those sorts of things with Wealthfront. I really like Wealthfront. I think their layout is simple and easy to use, and you can quickly see whether a certain stock or bond is performing well and make adjustments. So, and the fees are very low for them. It's like a robo um, stock manager for you. So, I really like that it's super convenient and the fees are really low. And I already had my high yield savings account, so I just bundled my Roth into that. So, all in one app. So, it makes it easy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know that investing is something that's not too popular with everybody, but something that I've always learned, at least when it comes to investing, is that if you make it simple, people like simple.
Cool.
Um, the way that I try to simplify it for everybody is kind of just there are apps out there that people can use, like maybe like Cash App or Robinhood. Those are
Right.
just like those are a couple of examples that I use. And if you want to invest with a particular company that you find interesting or you think is going to go up in profit, um, put a few dollars into that company. I personally am not any investor extraordinaire either, but I do invest with Apple. I got some stocks with AT&T. I've got some stocks with Dominion Energy and Duke Energy, and I actually heard some good news about Dominion Energy, that it's like growing into profits, and you know, the company has expanded so much more of their business. So I think I started investing with Dominion in 2019, and here we are in 2026, and I'm earning like over $100 in dividends every quarter. But
Amazing.
it's not spending money. It's
Right.
just I'm just reinvesting it back into the company.
Correct.
So and so that's something else I like to tell people, is that, you know, when you're investing, you can use your dividends as spending money if you want, because it is your money. But the smart thing to do is to put the money back into the investment, and to watch it grow, because that amount of whatever amount of money you've put into it, it will start compounding and get bigger.
That
So.
compounded interest, that's what we're looking for if
Right.
you're trying to
I
grow your
I
savings.
I
You know,
love I love passive income. I don't want to lift a finger to make $100. I want the money to make money itself.
oh, exactly. I mean, that's how the game is played. I mean, I don't know how many of your subscribers are into the FIRE movement, financial independence, retire early. Um, but yeah, I mean, you've got to use pretty aggressive strategies in order to achieve that. I'm not trying to be that aggressive per se. I do have a goal, and so I let passive income work for me in that aspect, especially like compounded interest right now, with high yield savings, my Roth IRA. My goal, I got my house in 2021, and my goal is to have it paid off by the end of 2027. I actually ended up saving 10,000 in my high yield savings. I believe my interest ended up making me $400 or $500 after a year just sitting there. So, I would just add to it monthly, my budget, and I just dropped 10 grand on my house, knock that interest down,
That's
knock
crazy.
that principal. Yeah, just pay it on principal. That's something I would definitely recommend to everyone who's buying a home, or anything that you're paying interest on. Make extra payments to the principal. It's going to save you thousands in interest, potentially, at least hundreds, depending on, of course, how much you have financed, but definitely do that.
Of course, when you're paying to principal, your interest goes down so
Yeah,
much more, and so you're not throwing your money
exponentially.
away to interest. Yep, I'm
Right.
with you on that. Same thing goes with credit cards. You know,
Major, major.
don't be
Um,
letting those credit card fees, add
no,
up. Yeah.
no. Um, if we could segue into credit a little bit, I would love to.
Go
I
for it.
work for credit unions.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Yeah.
about 5 years. I was teller, did collections, a little bit of loan processing. So I've had my hands in a lot of different financial products and that kind of thing. And that's actually how I built my credit. I built it pretty much from zero in 2017 to excellent now. And credit unions helped me do that. Um, for those starting out that don't have credit and want a quick way to build credit, I recommend going to a credit union specifically and opening an account and getting a credit builder loan. They will build your credit really, really fast. And that's what the credit unions are for. So they're there to help you with your savings and credit. Definitely do that, because the way that works is normally to most loans, you would just make like a monthly payment. So it takes a long while for your credit history to build up, and you might think credit history is just, time passing, but it's not. Really, what it is the amount of payments you're making. So the way a credit builder loan really helps is that they'll typically do your payments every week or 2 weeks. So you're doubling your amount of credit history or quadrupling it. So by the end of, like, say, 6 months to a year, you're going to see a significant jump in your credit score. You do that if you're
That's
starting low or
that's
rebuilding.
that's really interesting. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Um, I have a credit union that I bank with myself. Actually, right here in Orlando, I bank with Orlando Credit Union. Um,
Awesome.
what do you feel the difference is between having a bank account with a credit union as compared to somebody who wants to open up a bank account with Bank of America, all these major banks? Do you have a comparison between the two of them?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Go
I'm
for it.
kind of passionate about this one because I
Yeah,
was involved for so long and it helped me so much.
yeah.
Okay, so with your traditional banks, particularly your really large corporations, a lot of times you're going to have a lot more fees. With a credit union, a big difference to note is that you're not a customer, you're a member. You're literally buying into that credit union when you open an account and you establish a savings account. They will take a small share and hold it back. That's not available to you unless you like close the account, usually like 20, $25, something like that, sometimes less depending on the credit union, to basically hold your account open and hold your share in the credit union. So you're literally a member and they don't treat you as much like just a number. So you can actually build more of a relationship with the credit union and find a little bit better ways to advance on your credit and financial journey with them, I feel like. So that's one major notable difference. And also, like I said, your fees are going to be lower. They're more so trying to help you than make a large profit. A lot of these are nonprofits. So that's definitely, in my opinion, a better way to go as far as having an account,
I
especially if you're
oh,
starting out.
yeah, I was just gonna say I like the whole description of that because there are people that don't know the difference between opening up a bank account with those major banks or doing a credit union. I think I had a bank account with Bank of America for many years, and
Yeah.
when I moved to Orlando and decided to get a bank account with Orlando Credit Union, it was definitely my first time going into a bank, and they didn't really treat me like you said, like you're just a number. They welcomed me. They wanted me to become a member. There were some qualifications, like you had to work in Orange County to get a credit union in Orange County. And so is there more involved with that too? Like if you are in a credit union, do you have to prove something to become? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Perfect. Thank you so much. I mean, I've
Yeah,
been out of the game a little while.
yeah.
I haven't worked in the credit union world since 2021, but that is a great point. That is true. There's usually some kind of qualification, usually based on your location, like where you work or live. A good example is that my credit union is Washita Valley Credit Union, and they're based in Washita Parish. I'm in Union Parish, so you would think that would exclude you, but their qualifications is if you live, work, or worship in their parish. And where I'm at, we have parishes, not counties, though, just for viewers who are like, what is she talking about? But yeah, I'm in Louisiana, guys. We do things different here, for sure. If you couldn't tell by my accent, that's why.
I couldn't. I'm sorry. You're from where again? No, please. I did not. No, don't answer that question. I'm just, yeah.
Oh my God.
This is why I wanted you to be my first guest.
I'm so honored. Thank you so much.
Of
He
course.
knows I'm a little crazy, so
You're
entertaining
you're
if nothing else.
you're one in a million. So
No, it's a two-way
yeah,
street, and I appreciate you.
yeah, definitely. Um, and I'm sorry. Please go further more into detail with the credit union's requirements because
Right,
because of your location. Um, yeah, I'm listening. Go on with the remaining. Yeah.
right. Well, I mean, typically it's pretty, simple qualifications. So and they vary from credit union to credit union. Um, with Washtenaw Valley, like I was talking about, the one I'm part of that I used to work for, it is location based, and that was pretty much it. Now, some of them, like Navy Federal and can't speak, Barksdale Credit Union, those are military based. So, of course, you would have to have like military background. You could usually be a spouse or a child of a military member to be part of those. And there's just several different instances with credit unions that are specialized to like either location or your job title. So it just depends. And they have different like services that might be a little bit better. So if you are in like first responder or any kind or medical, military, definitely check out those credit unions because you might have like special services they offer to you, like better life insurance rates, um, better credit card rates, just several different things that you could check out if you're in those professions.
That's cool. That's really
Yeah.
cool. It's something that a lot of my viewers need to think about when they open up their bank accounts, even if they're maybe 18, 19, getting their first job, and they want to decide whether they want to open an account with a big company or if they want to open up their first account with a credit union.
Yeah.
Options out there are galore. So,
Right.
when you make your first dollar, where is your first dollar going to go? Which bank do you feel comfortable putting your money into? So,
Correct.
yeah, well, that's
I would
awesome.
I definitely recommend that everybody do some research. Just do some research and see what fits your lifestyle and your needs the best because there's so many options these days. So many. I mean, you got online banking, you've got your physical banking, you've got credit unions. So just check out your options first. Do a
You brought
Google
up a
search, questions,
you
watch the podcast.
you actually you brought up a good point. Do you have any difference opinion on just get opening up a bank account with a physical location, or do you feel comfortable with people opening up bank accounts with like these online only bank establishments that don't have an establishment attached to them?
That is an excellent question. And that would depend on your needs. It depends on your location, in my opinion, for that. If you're first starting out, I would definitely recommend a physical location because then you can walk in and get your questions directly answered by somebody. If you need to withdraw cash or you want to deposit it, like physical cash. I mean, now you can do that through a lot of ATMs, through certain branches, shared branching, for example, with credit unions really helps. There's several different credit unions that participate in shared branching, which means you can go into one credit union when you actually bank with another that's in this shared branching, and there's several thousand that work together. So even if you're traveling and you do the credit union route, you can still do that too. Definitely, anybody that's got a credit union looking to share branching, it's a great feature. But as far as getting back to the question, online banking, like an online based bank versus a physical, starting out, I would definitely personally go with a physical bank, you know. Um, but if you've been banking for a while and you're looking for more competitive rates or you're looking for different features that maybe some of your local banks don't offer, um, definitely go with online banks. I have both. So you don't have to limit yourself to just one.
I'm the same way. I have a few banks that I have locally, and then I have my banks that I've just done like online.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I totally agree with you. The fact that it depends on what rates that they're offering for each establishment that you're doing business with. So, you don't want to do business with a bank that's going to fee you to death.
Right.
So,
And
I
they don't
mean,
have to, you know,
mhm.
there's no need for that. And there's just been so much, expansion as far as the options we've got now. So all you have to do is just look for it, just shop. Another thing on that same vein of questioning is credit cards. You've got a ton of options for credit cards. As long as you've got decent credit, I mean, obviously it helps when you have good or better, but the better your credit is, the more options you have for credit cards. So balance transfers, all those sort of things. You find another credit card that offers 0% for a year or however long, and you can do a balance transfer, knock off that interest. That's another way to save money. Um, don't limit yourself with credit cards either. They're constantly coming out with offers. So that's another thing to
Definitely,
think about.
definitely go for the credit cards that offer
Yeah.
interest free for a certain number of months too,
Uh,
because
Especially with a balance transfer, and that's
right,
anywhere near, larger. Definitely do that.
right.
Especially if you're, got a really high interest rate and you're trying to avoid that. Now, another little tip that I like to do that I've been doing for years is I actually use my credit cards like debit cards. I only use it for stuff like gas, groceries that I would have the money to cover within a month so that I never pay interest. I always pay them off within the month or at
That's
least
a
make such a large payment on it, like say Christmas or an emergency comes up, something like that. You never make the minimum payment, always make as high of a payment as you possibly can. And for those of you who are trying to keep your credit usage low, I would, the gold standard is under 30% of your total credit limit. But I'm more aggressive with that. I keep mine under 10%. This is going to skyrocket your credit score. So if you can possibly keep it under 10%, then you're doing phenomenal.
So that's a good thing that you mentioned is that you want to try and spend whatever you can pay back because that's what responsible credit card holders do. If
Right.
you can't afford $500, don't be spending $500 on that credit card
Don't do
because
it.
the
It's a
only
trap.
way the only way you're going to get that $500 paid off is probably on a monthly payment, and I guarantee you that every month that you make that payment, they're going to charge you probably 13.75% extra.
Oh yeah. It
I'm just
adds up
making up
fast.
I'm just yeah, I'm just making up some random numbers, but that's what these credit cards do is that the credit card
Actually,
companies do that. Yeah.
CJ, that's incredibly conservative because most credit cards are well over 20%
Oh, there you go.
interest, well over 20.
Yeah.
I've got
Okay.
literally excellent credit, and mine, if I were to be charged interest, which I avoid at all costs, I think it's at like my best ones at like 24 or 25%. And I've got excellent credit. So it can definitely be a trap. It can be a snare if you're not very diligent and disciplined with that. But otherwise, flip the script. I will not get a credit card that doesn't have cash back. I refuse.
I'm with you on that
I
because if
refuse.
you're using a credit card that gives you cash back, you're basically earning money for spending money, and all
Correct.
you
As
have to do
long
is
yeah,
all you have to do is
don't
just
let
pay it all off in full.
right. And so I have 2 or 3 credit cards I use, and they're all cash back. They're higher cash back depending on where you spend because they're connected to these companies. PayPal's one, like say you've got PayPal and a place takes PayPal, they'll give you 3% back. It's usually 1.5% for everything else. The OnePay credit card, which I love my OnePay account, it's 3% back at Walmart and it's 5% back if you're Walmart Plus. So if you do a lot of shopping at Walmart, that'll really help. It adds up. And they also do gas specials. So I think right now they've got a promotion going on where it's 36 cents off a gallon. And on Wednesdays, it's that plus, if I'm not mistaken, $1 off a gallon through OnePay. They are partnered with Walmart. So these will be at like your Murphy gas stations connected to Walmart's. But if you have Walmart Plus, they're also going to give you 10 cents off a gallon. When you fill up, you just open the app, enter the code they give you when you go look for gas savings, and you instantly get 10 cents off a gallon at the pump. So that can really rack up. And there's a lot of deals like this out there. So, I
Can
also like,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, can you believe that this entire interview we've had is completely unscripted? I, I haven't written a thing
I'm
down.
not shocked. I mean, we're
Yeah,
both passionate about
yeah, yeah,
finances and doing what we can do to
yeah.
make the most of that and get that financial fitness going. So
Right,
I'm not
right.
too shocked. Not too
Yeah.
shocked.
No, this is cool. I'm very happy that we got this rolling, and I'd love to have you come back and do some more conversations with this again. I want to definitely
Sounds
invite
wonderful.
as many people as I can and have some regulars come back and tell me about their experience. Did you want to share your YouTube name with the subscribers as well, in case you want to just you know um, talk about what you're going to be using your channel for as well?
I don't have my channel up and running as of yet. I will, and so I would love to come back when I do. It's going to be based on faith, family, fitness, and finances. Just basically little life hacks that make everything better, that kind of work synergistically together to make everything better. A good example is I'm very much into wellness and fitness, that kind of thing. The way that can tie into your financial health is when you're doing this, first off, you sleep better. You sleep better, you make better decisions, you're less impulsive, and you're less likely to go on a spending spree or make some kind of crazy impulsive decision. That's one small area that can help. And you clean up your diet, you get a little bit more movement in, it'll give you clarity of mind. It'll settle your emotions. So being disciplined and consistent is a lot easier, I've found, when you really kind of get serious about that and dial in too. So that's another way I like to tie that in.
That's awesome. Definitely, I want to see your channel flourish as well. And I personally feel like the only way us YouTube inspirers are going to get the public out there is by us advertising our channels.
Right.
You know,
Correct.
so this is great. I definitely want to see your channel flourish, and
Thanks.
we'll see where mine goes one day.
There we go.
um, yeah, yeah. But let's go ahead and end the chit chat here, and I absolutely want to invite you back for another finance discussion, and tell me more about
Great.
where your finances are going in the future. So, everybody that's been watching, I want to thank you so much for joining Sense to Sense. This is going to be an ongoing thing. Whenever I have a willing guest to come and join me and talk about their finances. So, Stephanie, I truly want to thank you so much for being here, and
Thank you.
this is going to be an ongoing thing.
Sounds great, PJ.
Cool. Have a wonderful day. We'll catch up.
All right, great. Thank you.
Bye.